Firefighters of an auto accident with injuries across the street from the Glenville Queen Diner. Repeating for all these Glenville firefighters of an auto accident with injuries across the street from the Glenville Queen Diner.
We provide programs that help them get back on their feet, relearn skills, recreate a life for themselves that has meaning, and a place in the community that has dignity.
They're amazing people that have gone through probably the worst experience somebody can go through and have been able to walk in and ask for the services that they need from us and understand that there is a life after brain injury.
The members of the Speakers Bureau are active consumers of brain injury services who are interested in making a difference in their own lives and shaping the lives of future practitioners in the field of brain injury.
I volunteer to speak here because I think it's really important to let others know about people with brain injuries, to let them see that people with brain injuries have many different faces and that we all have different stories.
Between 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning at exit 66 on I-66, a cab driver actually saw my Jeep drifting off the road to the right. He watched it hit the exit sign, jump the guardrail, finally flipping end over end into a tree.
On July 4th, 2007, I went to a fireworks show in the town of Vienna with my kids, and there was a misfire during the grand finale, and a 3-inch mortar shot through the crowd and sailed over the heads of the people that were sitting in front of us and then landed and exploded on me and my kids.
I was driving home about a mile from my house. My husband was in the car behind me, coming from a movie, and I was hit by 2 carloads of teenagers. There were 4 teenagers in each car, and they were drag racing and kind of going in and out, and they both ran into my car. Supposedly it flipped and hit a guardrail and totaled my car. I don't really remember anything.
I was shot in the head May 8th, 2007. I was basically a 26-year-old baby all over again.
Speakers Bureau is very powerful because a lot of our clients, they want to go out and do public speaking. They want to be able to talk to families about their brain injuries. And Speakers Bureau initially, when we do our initial referral, allows them to do that.
It's given me the courage to not be afraid to tell people that I have a brain injury.
It helped me to, be more comfortable and believe in myself again. And, just all those good quality traits that I used to have, it brought me back. They reminded me of the person I used to be before the accident and to continue to be that person.
It makes it more real. I think, there's a lot of stories in the news about brain injuries and there's a lot of stories about post-traumatic stress disorder, but I think to see someone like me, I can make it very real. I can put a face onto something. It could, anybody that could sit in the audience said, a brain injury can happen to anybody.
If it helps one person to be able to talk to another person that may want to help brain injury survivors, then they have succeeded.
When people look okay, that doesn't mean they're okay. And, I think it's really important, especially for professionals, to not jump to the conclusion that someone, just because they look okay or they, present themselves as being put together or whatever, that they are okay.
It gives them a sense of empowerment to be able to teach others, and the feedback that they get, I think, is very reinforcing. But I think it's a win-win for everyone.
I had talked to a group, and one of the people that's actually on the Speakers Bureau now is on the Speakers Bureau because of my talking to the group, and I talked about certain things that they could connect with.
Each of them presented the emotions and the struggle and everything that you go through in your recovery, and I related to their struggles in my own sense, but they really did talk about how you overcome those hurdles, the anger, the frustration, the changes, and you still get back to the whole idea of hope in your recovery.
we not only go talk to big companies and small groups, but we also talk to like physical therapy students or occupational students. So, and to help them understand, a brain injury person, from hearing it from our experience.
I feel like I'm making a difference in someone else's life by educating them.
I hope maybe by me going to the schools and talking will make an impression, and maybe, like I said, save one or two people having to go through what I've gone through.
Your life is worth something, and you need to treat it with respect.
Every single person in the Speakers Bureau truly is my hero, and watching people that have had something so tragic happen to them and watching them with intent choose to make a difference in other people's lives is really something that keeps me going, and it is an honor to be able to work with this population and specifically with the members of the Speakers Bureau.